everybody, this is Patty the Leather Lady, and we are here again for another quick tip on your English saddles. We're going to talk about an English saddle today. So I'm going to give you 3 tips. Hopefully these will be helpful to you. And the number one top tip, I'm going to leave for the end because I bet you have no clue about this tip. So number 1, we're talking about the Leathercare for your English saddle. You can see this saddle here is really pretty hard. So when you're checking out your saddle for Leathercare, make sure that you're using something, if you're riding it every day or every other day or several times in a week, make sure that you're touching it up with some great either saddle oil with a fungicide or some type of oil, a light oil. Now this one's a light colored saddle, so you're not going to want to use neat's foot oil on this one because it will darken it up. And you don't want to, if somebody may not want to darken the saddle, okay? This one's older. I just replaced the billets in it that they wanted. So this one here, we use a lot of Be Natural products on when we're cleaning and repairing a saddle. This one here, I would use Leather Amour on it, and I would probably do several coats until it got to the point where it is as soft as it can be. Now, if you're not riding that much, you still need to keep on top of the Leathercare, and you would do that about every 3 months, and make sure that you're getting the whole saddle from top to bottom to underside to get all of this here. So you want to make sure about every 3 months that you're doing that, especially if you're keeping it in a tack room that has a little bit more colder, damper. Also Leathercare products, depending on what part of the country you're in, or if you're in another continent, it may depend. So we're up in the Pacific Northwest. We're going to use something with a saddle oil with more fungicide protection because we get a lot of mold up here, where you wouldn't need that per se in Arizona or Texas, that kind of a thing. You would just need to use some type of saddle oil to put on there, okay? So that's Leathercare. So you want to make sure that you do that. Number 2, we're going to talk about your billets, okay? There's so many kinds of billets, and we do a ton of billet repair here, okay? So what you want to do is make sure you're checking the stitching area of your billets. Now, some billets come with 1 piece. Some billets are actually 2 pieces and they're sewn down the side. Sometimes they just glue them and then they split apart. Yeah, it just depends on the saddle maker and how they do that. You want to be sure that you're checking those billets. And if these are like a Steuben billet, I think these are Steubens. They may have a calf hide on the outside and then they got webbing on the inside. So you want to make sure that all those stitchings are closed up. So when you get to go on a ride, you don't want it splitting or breaking while you're riding. Definitely check out your billets. And then the third thing, the biggest thing of them all, when you're going to clean or I'm going to just say clean your English saddles, do not use sink water or hose water on your saddles. There's a lot of people out there that do not have a clue, especially if you have a lighter saddle like this one here, because what it's going to do if you use sink or hose water, it's going to leave little black dots all over the place. And what are those black dots? Mineral deposits. Mineral deposits you cannot get out of the leather. So if you want a little polka dotted saddle, then go ahead and use the hose and the sink water. Otherwise, use distilled water, bottled water, or purified water if you're going to put any kind of water on your saddle. If you're going to put water on your saddle, you better go ahead and put some oil or conditioner on it right after, because water will dry your leather out. Remember, it's skin, and you think, well, I'm moisturizing it. No, if you have hard water, just depends where you're at, again, in the United States or in another country, what kind of water you're having. Be loving to your saddles. Make sure that you use a lot of good conditioners, some oils, and take care of them, and they will last for a lifetime, trust me. Make sure that you're checking also your stitchings on the bottom and everything of that nature. So we do all kinds of saddle repairs for you here at the Leather Lady LLC, so you can check out our services and products on our website. If you want to ship a saddle, we will send you a prepaid label to do that, and we can clean, condition, and repair all your saddle needs along with your tack as well. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you and have an awesome day. Don't forget to go to theleatherladyllc.com.